Hi guys, it's Jenny. I am beyond excited for my video today. It's because last night I had my meeting with the doctor's office. It's a wellness clinic, slightly different because they focus on how to make you better instead of putting band-aids on your symptoms. And I have got this huge packet of information and I am showing you the clinic's name that I'm going to because I've talked to my doctor and he was totally on board with me sharing my experience and using their information because it only helps them. And you figure if you have one good experience, they'll tell one person. If you have one bad experience, you tell like 7 people. But it was such an eye-opener, and I really hope that documenting this will help you or somebody else see that there's options out there. And the biggest thing that I want to state about all of this is that it's not some crazy hocus pocus, eat this root, lick this bark, and you're going to be better. That is totally not how it works. They believe that your whole body has to be in alignment, and that if one part of your body chemically, emotionally, physically is out of whack, then it's going to make everything out of whack. And that if you get these 3 things put back into place, that your body then has the ability to heal itself, because our bodies are self-healing. You get a cut, your body is able to scab it over, heal it. So we all know, we've all experienced that our bodies can fix themselves, and our bodies should be able to do that on a massive scale. We get the cold, we get the flu, we get some sort of virus, our body fights it off. Sometimes we need an extra boost, but our body can fight it. So what they believe is that your body can fight bigger things. You just have to get down to the root of it and fix it. So last night, when we were there, it's not a matter of them curing my rheumatoid arthritis. They are going to help me eliminate my symptoms. And when you think about it, it really makes a lot of sense. So you have 5 symptoms, whatever they are. You've got, let's use a cold. You've got a cough, you have a runny nose, you have, you're tired, whatever 5 symptoms. You have all these 5 symptoms, and so they tell you you have a cold. Well, if you no longer have those symptoms, you don't have a cold anymore. So when you go to the doctor and you give them all of your array of symptoms, they take them all together, do some blood work, like if you have a high level of this or high level of that, that determines what illness you have because of your collective symptoms. If you don't have symptoms anymore, you don't have an illness. And it's like, that's totally right. Why would we not go in and fix each of these symptoms, eliminate them, and make the problem not exist? And there's some things that will require, more than what basic wellness care can do. So this is not at all advocating ditching your regular primary care doctor and never seeing them. I have a great one. I love my primary care, and I will keep them. But if I can go here and alleviate my symptoms, it's going to change my entire outlook on healthcare as a whole. So I'm very excited to get started in this process. And another thing that I really loved about them is I was really worried going in there that, so part of it, heal your body. What's your body missing? Vitamins, nutrients, minerals. What supplements do you need to help your body get into a better shape? And I was worried that they were going to push me towards this little section of their supplements that they are making money off of, because that was going to feel maybe a little bit not as genuine, that they're more in the business to push product. And that was not the case. They told me exactly what vitamins I needed to start on now as part of the beginning of this process, and they recommended stores to go buy it at. So they recommended going to a high quality supplement store, that's what they do, that's what they're in business for. But I can go to any one I want. I could buy it online and have it shipped. I can go to supplement supermarket or whatever and get what I want. So it's like, okay, well, they're not pushing it to make money there. And another thing is I have an amazing chiropractor, and I love her dearly. And this also focuses on chiropractic care. So I don't want to give up my chiropractor. I've got a great relationship built with her. I feel like she really benefits not only myself, but my family. I don't want to give her up. And they said, okay, we will co-manage your treatment with her. And it's like, wait a minute, a doctor's office saying I can also see the doctor of my choice and they will work collaboratively to find my solution? Okay, I'm kind of digging this. So I'm all about excited. And the fact that, so I'm working with there's two doctors, Dr. Joe and Dr. Adams, that I'll be seeing, but it was Dr. Adams last night that kind of went through all my blood work, all my results, and helped me understand how my treatment regime will go. And just the fact that they were so open. They're like, document it, share it, tag us. That they weren't afraid to let the world see what it is that they are doing. And the openness and transparency was pretty fantastic. So I'm excited. I've got pages and pages and pages and pages of stuff, blood work and urinalysis and brain scans. Oh my goodness, my brain ever wonky. But if you're my friend, you already knew that, and it's one of my most endearing qualities. But what I intend to do is, there was so much information, and I was a bit overwhelmed last night because it's more than any one person could take in, retain, and fully understand. So my next appointment with them is on Monday, and I go 3 days a week. And at the end of a month, then we go back in and we reevaluate all of the blood work and see where the improvements being made. And I don't want to say it's baby steps, but it's pieces. You gotta get the foundation good, and then you go to the next step, and then you go to the next step, and then you go to the next step. So I'm very excited. So I want to take one piece of the puzzle each time and have them break it down for me. So I'm happy to share all my results. I have absolutely nothing to hide. I want everyone to see my successes, and this will help keep me accountable. So I will break it down. I'll share one chunk, because there's lots of graphs, lots of charts, all relating to different things. I'll break it down, show you one portion of my information, and have them explain what it means, how they tested for it, what is an ideal situation or ideal place to be at, and then go from there. So I intend to share everything, but break it down into bite-sized chunks. But I love the way that they weren't, you have to go on the super strict diet, cut out everything that you enjoy in your life. But it's like, the things I work on now is getting a couple supplements, drinking 84 ounces of water, and going in and getting the adjustments. And each time they'll add a little bit more and a little bit more. So it's completely manageable. And what I could not believe was that it was a very reasonable price. I have decent insurance, but it does not see the value of chiropractic care. And that's what this office falls under, is a chiropractor. So it does not see the value of seeing a chiropractor. So everything that I'm doing with this is completely out of pocket. And when they first came in, I was like, and told you what the entire, and it's 1 year's worth of treatment. So then after that year, you reevaluate and start over again. But my first year of treatment, when they showed me the total, I was like, is there a zero missing off of this? Because I have done, in my desire to not have back pain, which years ago I did not realize was associated with a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis. I was just trying to have my back not hurt. I was going from place to place, and I did so many different therapies and treatments, and I've spent so much money that would give me some relief for some time, but it wasn't sustainable. I couldn't continue on like that. So I know what I've paid for those. And when they told me what the price was going to be, I pay extra if we do extra vitamin injections or stuff like that. But the treatment plan, the monitoring, all that stuff is all wrapped in there. And I'm happy to share that with anybody who has questions on that. But I was blown away. This whole thing has been very interesting, very eye-opening. I have a whole new take on medicines and healthcare and how you live your life. And in my mind, it was always like, if you want to be healthy, you have to have, diet, exercise. That's all you, diet, exercise. Exercise is extremely important. A healthy diet is extremely important, but an aligned spine is very important. Your nutrients and minerals and vitamins within your body is very important. And sometimes a multivitamin one a day is better than nothing, but it's not built for you. It's not what your body needs. pH levels, I had no idea. People believe, and there's research to show, that people with higher pH levels have far less cancers than those with lower pH levels. So there's so many different things that once you learn, it's fascinating. And to get it online is just being diligent and aware, and you have to put in a little bit of effort to make sure you are staying on top of it. But I am in it. And Dr. Adams, when he told me I could share all this, he's like, but you're going to do what I tell you to do. And if you don't do what I tell you to do and it doesn't work, do not go on there and tell people that this doesn't work, because they aren't the problem. I would be the problem. And I told him, you completely call me out on it. You call me out on it if I don't do what you ask, and I, for 1 second, throw you under the bus, because that will not happen. I'm pretty self-aware, and pretty much get it. If I'm the problem, I will say I'm the problem. So I would love everybody to help keep me accountable and wish me well, ask questions. I'm so excited about this. And as it goes on and you follow or you share, if you share it with somebody who might have something similar, they have a whole slew of stuff that they believe can be altered by taking a holistic approach to your body. So I just encourage you to keep an open mind and share it with somebody who might be in a similar position, because if you aren't in this position where you have an autoimmune disease or whatever health issue you might have, if you don't have it, it's not as big of a deal to you, or it seems a little hocus pocusy to you. But once you're in the position where you're sick or you hurt or you can't do things, my biggest thing, I told him last night, it's like, all I want to do is sit on the floor with my kids and at the end be able to get up. And at 37, I should not have such a problem getting up off the floor. And I don't exercise as much as I should, and I get it that I'm fat, but I'm not to the point where I shouldn't be able to get off the floor and be in such excruciating, debilitating pain as I am. And that's what I want. I want to play on the floor with my kids. So if you're not in that position, it doesn't seem as big of a deal to you. But somebody who is a very different story. So if you know somebody who is potentially in a situation like I am, it might be worthwhile sharing with them, because it has the potential to change how my entire world exists, the things I can do. And for me, knowing that I'm going to do all this stuff and nothing that I am doing with this can hurt me. It's only can help me. And the worst case scenario is if it does not help me, I'm back right where I started. Whereas if I continue on the path that I was originally going to go on, it's that I am now to the point of immune suppressing drugs. So it means that my body will be told, don't fight the bad guys that come in, because you don't know which bad guys are bad guys. So stop doing it to help alleviate my pain. But that means I'm now at risk for getting so many other sicknesses and illnesses, and I don't want to live the rest of my life like that. So if there is a chance I don't have to, I'm going to take it. And at the end of the day, if this doesn't work, I'm exactly where I started, and I can continue going back down the path and take those immune suppressing drugs, but I sure want to give it a go and try something else. So I appreciate everybody who's listened to me ramble the last 13 minutes or so, but I'm really excited about this, and I hope that you stick with me. Thanks, guys.